And good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to our third road course stop, of the Snickers Cup Series Season 6. We are here for race number 15 at Champs Elysees here in France. And we're getting ready for 18 laps of racing here today. Big opportunity for a lot of drivers to maybe become the first multiple-time winner here this season. Here at this road course, a lot of road course aces in this field as well. On the pole for today's race is going to be Jeffre Buckeye. Now, there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of stories, a lot of top stories, a lot of news swirling around this number 12 team. It has been announced that Jeffre Buckeye, this is his final start with the Penske Germain Racing franchise. He will be leaving that 12 car. A new driver will be replacing him. Word is yet as to who that replacement driver will be, but nonetheless, Jeffre Buckeye, the all-star race winner this season, also a winner back at race number 2 at Phoenix, and a driver who had worked his way up to 24th in points. He is going to be out of that ride. What a tough break for him. He'd obviously like to end the season with a win, but there's a lot of other good drivers behind him. Alongside of him, Cody Lamas, who has a Truck Series win so far this season. No Snickers Cup Series win. However, Cody Lamas came into this race mid-season. He's already worked himself up to 36 out of 48 drivers in the point standings, and very close to maybe picking up a few more spots in the standings after today's race if he can come away with a victory. Drew Austin running that special breast cancer awareness pink Dodge here at this event. He'll be running that for the rest of October. Probably this may be the last time we'll see that 9. He may run it at Daytona if I'm able to fit in the Daytona races here in October, but nonetheless, well, actually I probably will because we're going to have the Halloween race weekend there. But Drew Austin, he's currently the rookie points leader coming in today's race, rolling off from third place. He's actually fifth in overall standings as well, a total of 40 points back from points leader Charles Jackson. And how ironic, the driver he's battling for Rookie of the Year honors right now, second in rookie standings, John Radigan. He's going to roll off right alongside that number 9 there in the 14 Bass Pro Shop Chevy. John Radigan comes in second in rookie points, 7th in overall points, 44 points out of the top spot. Dougie Shear's going to line up in the completion of the top 5. Dougie Shear's just recently actually fell outside of the top 10 in points. He's now 13th in the standings. Dougie Shear's, our winner from Altoona, going to try and see if he can get something going here today and get that number 17 back to victory lane for the second time here this season. The way the points look coming into today's race, 1 point advantage that Charles Jackson enjoys over Austin LaPlante. Now, LaPlante's got the upper hand here as far as when the green flag drops because he's rolling off from 8th place. Charles Jackson rolling off from mid-pack. So Charles Jackson's going to have some work to do if he's going to come up here and try and catch that 15 and make sure he keeps his points lead heading next week at Daytona. Ralph Mason currently is third in the point standings in that Audi. I don't know where he's starting from, but we're going to have to see if Audi will do well here today after they end up finishing top 15. All three of their cars finished top 15 last week with 1st, 3rd, and 15th place in Audi's debut, with Noah Hart picking up Audi's first ever Snickers Cup Series victory. Then it's going to be Danny Wells, who's moved himself up to 4th in points. 5th in points, of course, is Drew Austin, as I said. Dylan Young is 6th. John Radigan 7th. Anthony McCrory is currently 8th. Richard Johnson 9th. And William Duncan is actually tied with Michael Norman for 10th place in the current overall championship standings. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to happen here today. A few other drivers will try and work their way into the top 10 today. We mentioned Dougie Shears, James McLeod, Cole Daly, Trent Dunham, and Sean Galligan, all mathematically eligible to work themselves inside the top 10 in points heading into next week at Daytona. Time to get these cars rolling off, though. They'll complete a couple of pace laps. Can Audi go back-to-back? That would be amazing. They got a lot of road course aces in that 3-car team. Noah Hart's shown his road course abilities. Oh, looks like I got to go to the Nun camera. My bad there. I apologize, folks. There we go. We'll get a nice view of them this way. I don't think we've had him this way before. But you got Noah Hart in this view. You got Anthony McCrory, who's obviously very good at road racing. And Ralph Mason's also a very good road racer. We'll see if maybe Audi can get an upper hand here today and maybe write another chapter in their storied history already here in just one start. Here's your starting lineup for today's Ratatouille 455 at Champs Elysees Raceway. Out of all 4 of the Penske Germain Racing drivers, Jeffre Buckeye is the only one to go to victory lane so far this season. And so Penske Germain going to be losing a pretty chief cornerstone of their industry, of their team, once they reach Daytona. Here we go, green flag getting ready to come out. And there it is, Jeffre Buckeye going to get us underway. We are green flag racing here at Champs Elysees. See who's going to get the advantage coming down into this corner here. Jeffre Buckeye going to get the advantage. Looks like Cody Lamas tries to slide off the corner and get a good run. As someone just got spun back there. I just saw smoke, and one car almost actually looked like it was almost flipped over. Maybe not, but it was Carson Gum, and the 56 just got turned around. So the caution flag is going to come out. Let's watch this battle back to the stripe. There's a long ways around this racetrack, so a lot can happen in one lap. So we got to keep an eye on this battle for the possible lead. Right now the best battle is on for second. Cody Lamas looking underneath of Dougie Shears. Someone just got the wall back there through that corner, and somebody I think was wrecking. Well, maybe not. It was Hayden Klein that was actually up and riding the wall through that corner. He'll lose some valuable spots. As Trent Dunham has now worked his way up here, so is William Duncan. A couple of drivers trying to work their way inside the top 10 in points. There's Trent. He's got William Duncan right behind him there in the David Reagan 2008 colors. Adam Chambers, Anthony McCurry, Aaron Williams Jr. back here too. A lot of road racers are going to go 3 wide for second. Drew Austin looking way down to the inside of both Cody Lamas and Dougie Shears. As we switch to the helicopter view, looks like Drew Austin backed out of that battle. Now Cody's looking underneath Dougie Shears to get second place back. Anthony McCurry going 3 wide underneath Adam Chambers and William Duncan, as it looks like it will be Buckeye back to the line. Cody Lamas looks like he's going to get second. There'll be Dougie Shears, Drew Austin, and Trent Dunham just got Radigan. Wow. Close battling here on the very first lap of this event. And Jeffre Buckeye is going to be the leader, but I think we saw the driver that basically was involved in that first caution, Carson Gum, and he's on pit road. Sean Galligan's got a little bit of damage to the rear of his 44. Everybody else, however, does not look like they were involved in any way, shape, or form. Well, maybe there is a little bit of a buckle to the hood of the Jake Cole machine. Oh, and Cole Daly's got a little bit of damage to his car as well. Okay, so apparently a few other drivers did get involved that I did not see. The driver that obviously took the hardest hit, it would appear, was Carson Gum. And I don't know if he actually teleported to pit road because he was stuck out there in the dirt, could not get back onto the racing surface, or if he actually did just come to pit road. But nonetheless, Carson Gum appears to be the reason that the caution comes out for the first time today. Let's take a look at a replay. Let's find out what happened here. This was near the back of the pack. This was somewhere around, I think Carson Gum had qualified somewhere around 28th place. And they come down here into the first corner. Let's see where the contact begins. You notice Charles Jackson there. Actually, he and Austin LaPlante actually running pink schemes now in their Toyotas. That's the points leader, Charles Jackson, by the way, right there. And he made a little contact with Deanna Shelton in the 13. I don't know if that's where the incident's going to start or what. Carson trying to go down to the inside of Sean Henley running the new Oakley scheme. And... Oh, it was Dylan Young! The pink car of Dylan Young went down in the grass, went 4 wide, got into Galligan. Galligan then gets into Carson Gum, and then Cole Daly is going to hit Carson in the driver's side, and he actually flips the 56 car over onto his roof. And the 56 actually did go for a tumble. We've seen a lot of drivers flip over and tumble here, but it's been basically in the faster part of the racetracks, over in those really long turns there where they can go 4 and 5 wide. Not seen a car flip in these first 2 turns, and right there Carson Gum just did. So we can now see how the damage was sustained by Jake Cole, Cole Daly, and some others after they got held up back there. But let's just quickly jump back to the 2 of Dylan Young. He must have got punted out of the way or something at the drop of the green flag, or something like that, because he went through the grass 4 wide. Yep, there it was right there. It was Richard Johnson in the 11. You're going to see right here a little bit of contact between the 2 and the 11. Right there, Richard Johnson. Yeah, Dylan Young broke just a little bit earlier than Richard. So Richard gets him in the back. Now Dylan Young comes down. Does he get the inside retaining wall? No, he misses that. And he's trying to slow down, and his car just slides getting into that dirt. He gets into Kevin White there in the 41. Jake Cole runs in the back of Galligan. And there you see Cole Daly flipping over the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats 56 out of Michael Waltrip Racing. So Dylan Young, you know, he really, you could see he was on the brakes. He was trying to not run into anybody, but that dirt, there's just no grip there, and it really carries a lot more momentum than you want to. So Dylan Young getting moved by Richard Johnson, slides him into Galligan. Carson Gum gets flipped by Cole Daly. That's what brings the caution flag out. Let's head back to green flag racing. And you notice I don't have the NASCAR on speed ticker, basically because it's more trouble than it's worth right now. So, anyway, Jeffre Buckeye is going to be the leader as we get back to green flag racing here. They're coming down. Green flag is about to come out, and it's out right now. We are back underway here on lap 4 of 18. We got a total of 15 to go. Buckeye is currently the leader. Cody Lamas second. Dougie Shears third. Then it's Drew Austin, Trent Dunham. John Radigan's back there with Anthony McCrory, Adam Chambers, William Duncan, and I believe I saw another driver back there that we haven't talked about yet. Yeah, Stephen Pollard III has worked his way up here now into the top 10. How about that? 98 car putting on a great run right now. He's got Hayden Klein right behind him. Our winner from Talladega. Aaron Williams Jr., he won at a road course this season. That was the tough road course of Thornton. And he's up here now just trying to get inside the top 10, looking underneath Hayden Klein for the 10th position. He's got his teammate, Angel Navarro, right behind him. And the defending race winner of this race, John Cittadino, the defending champ as well, up here now currently in the 14th position. As a matter of fact, how interesting is this? We had Aaron Williams Jr., our winner from Thornton. He's up here. Our winner from Infineon, Mary Cole, is up in the 16th position. So the two drivers that have won the two road course races so far this season are currently running up here inside the top 20. But this is a big opportunity for John Cittadino, defending champs, down in 37th in points. He needs to get something going here in the second half of the season if he's going to be battling for the championship and defending his title. Today could be the day to get that turned around here at a road course. I'll jump back now to the TV2 camera, see if anything's going on up here up front. Yes, Dougie Shears got by for the lead. So, second leader of the day. Buckeyes led every lap so far, with the exception of this one, because Dougie Shears is now the new leader. Good battle going on here for 4th place. Oh, wait a minute, are they slowing down? Yes, they are. The caution's out. Caution is waving. And Dougie was able to get by Buckeye at the line, so he will be the leader under the caution. I don't know what the caution came out for. Oh, it was Sean Henley, I think. Maybe not, though. Well, I think it was. All these other drivers are damaged race cars. Well, maybe Austin LaPlante, though. Second in points, too. He's way back here. Might have been something between Sean and Austin. There's Jake Cole. We know he was damaged from an earlier incident. There is the Sean Henley machine. You got to think maybe the 25 and the 15 got together, and keep in mind, Henley is currently running 31st in points, former winner this season back at Riki, but Austin LaPlante, on the other hand, is second in points, and he was only 1 point back from Charles Jackson to get the points lead. Let's see if we can find out what happened. It may have been something involving the 15 and the 25, as Dougie Shears leads under our second caution. Well, it's just coming down to get the green flag. Richard Johnson's really in the turning mood today. Look at this. He's going to hook the 25 around and into the outside retaining wall. What is going on with the 11 of Richard Johnson? He hooked Dylan Young earlier. Now he hooks Sean Henley, and you're going to see coming into view here the 15 of Austin LaPlante. Now, LaPlante's way at the back of this pack already. I think he may have actually made a pit stop under that last caution. I don't know. Henry Nova going to go around him on the high side. So is Chris Washer. Galligan gets by. Cole Daly gets by. And I guess LaPlante gets by. LaPlante's just running at the back of the pack. I don't know if he got damaged, or I don't know if he just made a pit stop, and that's why he's at the back of the pack. But nonetheless, Richard Johnson, he's turned 2 race cars today, and that's been what the result of the caution flag has been. I think NNSCRA officials are going to be keeping an eye on Richard Johnson, because if he ends up making more moves like this, he may end up getting some penalties thrown his way. But Henley gets turned into the wall, coming down to receive the green flag, and that immediately put us back under the caution flag. Let's head back to green flag racing now. We'll go back to green. Dougie Shears the leader. Buckeyes second. Cody Lamas third. Drew Austin fourth. Fifth, John Radigan. Then the rest of the top 10 are Trent Dunham, Anthony McCrory, Adam Chambers, Stephen Pohl third, and William Duncan. Green flag ready to come back out here for Dougie Shears here on lap 7 of 18. We got a total of 12 to go. Let's document, see if anybody's been out of the race. Only one driver has gone behind the wall, and that is the Carson Gum Machine, who got flipped over under our first caution. Now, we talked about Austin LaPlante. I think he still restarted at the back of the pack here. Yeah, he restarted back in the 39th position. It looks like everybody gets through this first turn okay. Where is Charles Jackson running, however? Jackson's got to be loving the fact that he's ahead. He's up in the 18th position right now in that pink car, right behind last week's winner, Noah Hart. He's actually in the middle of an Audi sandwich here. And the Audi's doing pretty well again today. We had Anthony McCrory. We said he was up inside the top 10. Noah Hart's currently running in 17th, and Ralph Mason is currently in 19th. So The Audis are doing good yet again for the second straight week as Jeffre Buckeye is all over the back bumper of Dougie Shears. Dougie Shears trying to get back into the top 10 in points and be the first multiple-time winner this season. Jeffre Buckeye trying to become the first multiple-time winner this season in his final Snickers Cup Series start. So we move to helicopter view. Buckeye's going to get to the inside of Dougie Shears. I think he'll clear him going through this final corner. Cody Lamas gets a nice run here. Starting to catch back up, and he's trying to catch him. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to, but Buckeye will clear Dougie Shears for the top spot heading into turn number 1. Dougie trying to use a crossover move. He might be able to. Oh, but Trent Dunham comes into the picture here with Cody Lamas, and boy, that was awfully close. Jump back here. Drew Austin, John Radigan still battling for a spot on the racetrack. Those two still battling for Rookie of the Year honors, too. Really, they are the two that are going to settle it out this season, I think, because Noah Hart is actually third in the point standings. Actually, he and Henry Nova are tied for third in points. And right now, coming into today's race, they are 50 points back from second in rookie points, John Radigan. Right now, John Radigan ahead of Drew Austin. Now cuts the rookie points lead down to 3 that Drew Austin enjoys over Radigan's machine. And there's Anthony McCurry. He's been on a bit of a momentum streak as of late. He ended up, as I recall, finishing really well at Darlington. Finished in 3rd place in the Audi debut, and now running up here in the 8th position. I'll tell you who I've really been impressed with, though, right now, and that's the rookie Stephen Pohl III. He has been having a really dismal season right now. And he is, I believe, out of every driver that took the green flag at the season opener at Daytona, he is currently running the worst of all those drivers. Those rookie drivers, and so right now a great run for him up inside the top 10, currently in the 8th position. How about Adam Chambers? Very nice run for the 29 today. And we've seen how Richard Childress Racing can sometimes come alive here at these road course races, and Chambers showing it off right now, currently running very well. And Chambers is another driver who really needs a good run to get himself back up there in contention. Chambers currently comes into today's race in the 17th position, so big opportunity here for former Snickers Cup Series champion. Just behind him is Aaron Williams Jr., who has now, I believe, cracked the top 10. On Charles Jackson, the points leader, rode the wall back there, lost some valuable spots to Hayden Klein and John Cittadino and Angel Navarro, so now he's starting to slip back. But Aaron Williams Jr., very nice run for him. Another driver who's actually really doing not so well in the point standings. 32nd in points is where he comes in, having a very nice run here today for Hendrick Motorsports. Up ahead here, Trent Dunham, Jeffre Buckeye, and new leader Cody Lamas. And oh boy, a little bit of a bump and run there from Buckeye, and Dunham's going to get to the inside of Buckeye for second. Cody's going to hang on to the top spot coming out of that final corner. Lap 10 on the board, 9 laps to go. And Cody Lamas, this is the strongest we've seen him all season, I think, since he took over the 55. Trent Dunham looking 3 wide. He gets into Buckeye. Did Buckeye save it, though? Oh, where is he? There's Buckeye. Buckeye did save it. But Trent Dunham, with that move, he gets to the lead for the first time today. Our winner from Dover is now out in front. And you know, you look at here and you look at a number of drivers that have an opportunity to be the first 2-time winner this season that are up here at the front. Dunham has been to victory lane already. So is Buckeye. So is Shears. So is Austin. And so has John Radigan. So big opportunity for a lot of these drivers to become the first multiple-time winner here in the Snickers Cup Series. We've already had it in mobile with James Silverfox last week at Darlington, and we've already had it in trucks with both Chris Dollerton and James McLeod. We have yet to have a 2-time winner here in the Snickers Cup, but a lot of candidates up here at the front. Speaking of candidates, let's take a look and see where Charles Jackson, the current points leader coming today's race, is currently running. He's still in this. He's in the 14th position right now. And look who's up ahead of him, Dylan Poteet. We haven't talked about the 78 all day long, and he's having a pretty good run now. Currently was listed 17th last time around. Let's see where they list him now. 15th place as he's now battling with Tweenix Racing teammate Mary Cole. Charles Jackson right there. Ralph Mason still up here in the hunt there in the Audi. Noah Hart right behind him. Then you got Hendrick Motorsports back here with them too. Angel Navarro and Tim Walsh. There's a driver that knows how to get around road courses. He ended up winning at Infineon last year. Rohit Darbu there, he's currently in 22nd place there in the Best Buy Dodge. Danny Wells, 4th in points. He's currently back in 23rd place. Someone scraping the wall there. That was last week's winner, Noah Hart. Let's try and find out where Dylan Young is. There he is. Saw him end up getting turned when the very green flag came out to start this race. He's back in 29th place. So he's picked up a few spots during the course of this event, but really not running that well today. And he comes in 6th in points. He really needs a good run. And just up ahead of him, another driver not running too well is Michael Norman, running the Coca-Cola scheme this week. Currently in 28th place is where they're listing him. And Michael Norman, as we said, comes in tied for 10th place with William Duncan. Duncan's obviously running much better than Michael Norman right now, and so Michael Norman not going to get into the top 10 in points if he keeps running like this, as Danny Wells just got by Rohit Darbu, picked up yet another position. 31's going to now find himself up, I think, in 22nd place. Yes, indeed. Where is Austin LaPlante? I mean, he has just not been seen at all. He's back in 36th place, and he's apparently not up to speed or something, because he's running behind Richard Johnson, James Silverfox, who also is not having a great run today. Silverfox is 18th in points, and he really could have capitalized today with a good run. There's Richard Johnson, Chris Washer, Henry Nova. They're way back here. Kyle Sosnowski's way back here too, and Mary Cole must have gotten the wall or something, because she's lost a ton of ground. She's way back here now. Something must have happened to the 4. And she lost a lot. Oh, yeah, look at the damage to the right side, or the left side, rather, of that Hershey Chevrolet. Was 14th last time by. Something must have happened, and she has dropped all the way back here into the mid-30s. James McLeod's way back here, too. Not a good run for him. He came in 12th in points, trying to find his way inside of the top 10 standings. Doesn't look like it could happen today. And, oh, I'll bet you that the contact that happened to Mary Cole may have actually had something to do with her and her Tweenix Racing teammate Dylan Pote, because Pote has slipped back now. I think the 78 and the 4 may have gotten together. Don't know for certain, though. But, you know, I'm thinking along those lines, and Charles Jackson's got damage. Charles Jackson in the Dollar General Toyota has some damage to the front, so yeah, now I'm really thinking that something happened between the 78 and the 4, and I think Charles Jackson got a piece of it. If we do have a caution come out, unless this thing races green to the checkers, we will have to go back and take a look and see what happened to Mary Cole, Dylan Pote, and Charles Jackson. I gotta think that all 3 of them were involved in the same incident. As top 5 have kind of broken away here. Buckeye back out in front now, but Cody Lamas wants the spot back. Adam Chambers, Dougie Shears, and John Bradigan. That is the top 5. Drew Austin and Anthony Curry back in 6th and 7th, trying to catch back up. 8th place Trent Dunham, Hayden Klein in 9th and 10th right now, John Cittadino, but for how long? He's got Pollard and William Duncan hounding him for that position. Oh boy, 3 wide for 2nd place between Chambers, Buckeye, and Dougie Shears. Shears going to try and get the run to get underneath Cody Lamas for the lead. Lamas got the wall, and that's going to allow the car of Dougie Shears to get by, and Cody Lamas just almost got into Jeffre Buckeye there. That was close. That was really close. Nice job by Cody Lamas, though, to keep it off of the 12 as they're going to continue to battle here. Oh, 3 wide for the lead. Contact again between Buckeye and Cody Lamas. They are racing hard. Dougie Shears, though, he says, I'll see you later, guys. You guys keep racing like that. I'm going to get out of here. Dougie Shears, the first ever Snickers Cup Series champ. Looking to become the first 2-time winner here in Season 6. And I'll tell you, the contact that was made there back in the final few corners has brought Drew Austin right back up here to this group. And he and Radigan, they can't lose each other. They still seem to be around the same vicinity every time we see them. And it looks like Drew Austin, oh man, he just shoved the back of Adam Chambers. I was noticing him kind of pushing the 29. That time he just kind of punted him. That's going to move the 29 up the racetrack, and Cody Lamas is going to get moved up even higher. As this race draws to a close, the driver's getting a little bit more antsy, willing to take more risks, and boy, we're seeing it right now. They are 3 wide back there for 3rd. Radigan gets into the mix now. Whoa, look at Chambers. Did you see Chambers with a crossover move to the high side? He wanted to get out of trouble. Wow. Mighty aggressive move there, and somehow he made it work. He's actually going to go to the inside of Drew Austin for the 3rd position. As now Buckeye looks underneath of Dougie Shears, who does get into the grass, and he's going to lose valuable spots with Dougie. Dougie overdrove that corner, a mistake there by the 17, and Buckeye gets by for the lead again. Chambers into second. Battle now on for third. Cody Lamas looking underneath of Dougie Shears is Drew Austin, John Radigan. They're still side by side again. Anthony McCurry's now caught up to this group, and Trent Dunham is trying to do the same. Hayden Klein, Stephen Pohl the third, John Cittadino all trying to catch up too as Radigan is in the wall. Oh, it almost came down to Trent Dunham. That was close. Mighty close. Meanwhile, up front, Jeffre Buckeye in his final Snickers Cup Series start, remember, still out in front. Defending Snickers Cup Series champ Adam Chambers, or not defending, but former Snickers Cup Series champ, I should say, Adam Chambers, up here in second. Then you got Cody Lamas, you got Dougie Shears, Drew Austin, Anthony McCurry, Trent Dunham, Hayden Klein, there's Cittadino. Radigan's actually lost some ground, as now he slipped back here battling with Stephen Pollard III. That was after he got the wall. Aaron Williams Jr., William Duncan also up here in the mix. Looks like about the top 15 are up here and in the hunt now. 3 laps to go here at Champs Elysees. Can we finish this race under green? I think we can. These guys have been racing hard, but they've been racing clean. Chambers nearly turns Buckeye, and Buckeye, what a save right there. Second time that Buckeye's been turned off that corner. First by Trent Dunham and now by Adam Chambers, but he hangs on to it. And the thing that helped him was Chambers had to back out of the throttle there in order to avoid turning the 12, and that opened up a little bit of distance between the Penske Ford and the Reese Chevrolet, and now Adam Chambers going to pay the price as Cody Lamas looks underneath him for second. McCurry now going to look for third. Dougie Shears there, also Drew Austin and Trent Dunham. A couple of teams doing very well here today so far that I've noticed. The 29, the 27 for Richard Childress Racing doing well. And I've also seen the, the Earnhardt Ganassi guys, a 1 and the 42 also having good runs. As Cody Lamas going to look like he's going to maybe make a move for the lead here into this final corner. Let's see, as Anthony McCurry is underneath Adam Chambers. That is for third. And oh, Buckeye gets shoved into the wall by Cody Lamas. Those two have made a lot of contact today. A lot of contact. As Cody Lamas is going to be the leader, 2 laps to go. Cody Lamas out in front, Buckeye in second. McCurry into third. Cody, oh, don't overdrive it, Cody. Don't overdrive it. I think he did. I think he overdrove the corner. We saw Dougie Shears do that. We've seen Trent Dunham do that. A lot of drivers having trouble going around that corner. And Buckeye gets by again, keeps the top spot. Chambers now moving underneath Lamas. That's for second. Then you got Dougie Shears into fourth, and McCurry is in fifth. Trying to give Audi and that 61 team their second straight top 5 finish here. Hayden Klein has moved up to 6th. 7th place is John Radigan. 8th is Drew Austin. 9th right now is an under contest between Trent Dunham and Stephen Pollard III. Then 11th is John Cittadino. 12th is Aaron Williams Jr. 13th William Duncan. And Ralph Mason is now up here in the 14th position. The Audis are coming. Where's Noah Hart, last week's winner? There he is. He's currently up in the 15th position. So the Audis are still having great runs here in what's only their second debut start in the Snickers Cup Series. Man, these cars are tough. Uh-oh. Good battle up here front. Buckeye, Dougie Shears gonna battle for the top spot. Cody Lamas, Chambers, McCurry, Hayden Klein, they're all up here with the white flag displayed. Oh, Cody's almost getting turned. Cody's almost getting spun. He did get spun. Cody Lamas spun right in front of the field. Caution flag comes out. Won't matter. We're going to race it back to the stripe. But what a tough break for one of the contenders all day long, Cody Lamas. And he has slipped way back in the pack. He was 3rd last time around. I think he's now back around 33rd. Oh my goodness. And I don't know who turned him. Oh man, Emilio Navarrete's way back here. What happened to him? He's running way at the back. Caution is out. I don't know who was the turn him. I almost think it might have been Chambers. But Jeffre Buckeye in his final start leads the way, but here comes the Audi of Anthony McCurry looking underneath of Adam Chambers. That's for second. McCurry's got to make up more ground here if he's going to catch Buckeye, but who knows? They're coming on this long straight. Can Anthony McCurry get a run on Jeffre Buckeye in this final corner? Hayden Klein into the mix too. Look at the RCR guys. 2nd and 4th right now. Here we go. Into the final corner. McCurry going to try and get into the corner hard. Buckeye was able to keep it off the wall. Drag race to the stripe. Who is it gonna be? It is gonna be Buckeye by half a car length. And Jeffre Buckeye, in his final start in the Snickers Cup Series, becomes the first two-time winner in the Snickers Cup, and he'll win in his final start here in his Snickers Cup Series career in Season 6. How about that? It's been quite a season for him. It's been quite a few weeks for him. He won the second race of the season at Phoenix. He won the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race. And now 2 weeks later, he becomes the first multiple-time winner in the Snickers Cup Series in his final start. I don't know who got second. It might have been McCrory. Yeah, McCrory got second. RCR going to finish third and fourth, with Chambers and Hayden Klein. Stephen Pohl the third. Great run for him in fifth. Aaron Williams Jr. gets sixth. John Cittadino seventh. Ralph Mason's going to get eighth. Ninth, William Duncan. And Trent Dunham will complete the top 10 here today. But tough break for Cody Lamas in the 55. We are going to step aside. We're going to take a look at a few replays. We're going to first look at the incident between Dylan Poteet and Mary Cole. And then we're going to look at the incident with Cody Lamas on the very final lap. As Jeffre Buckeye has won the Ratatouille 455 here at Champs Elysees. Well, this was back on lap 12, somewhere just inside the top 15. Watch here, Charles Jackson gets a nice run coming into this corner, but I think he overdrives it, and he's going to run into the back of Mary Cole. Mary Cole then going to go sliding around here at one point. Yeah, after the shove, then Charles tries going underneath and turns the four of Mary Cole around. And Dylan Poteet, he sees that's going to come up in front of him. He's trying to mash the throttle to get around quickly, and he can't do it. And Mary Cole's going to block your teammate Dylan Poteet. That's a tough break for the 78. And there you go. Charles Jackson turning Mary Cole up into Dylan Poteet. That did not bring out a caution, however. Let's head back now and see what the final caution came out for when Cody Lamas got spun on the final lap. Here it was, exact same corner. Cody actually really got loose off of that corner. You can see it there. Dougie gets into his right rear. And, you know, I don't think Cody Lamas really got turned. He actually looped that car around himself. He got a little help from Dougie Shears, yes, but Cody really got loose through that corner. I think he overdrove it or something. Car got loose on him, and Dougie Shears, it's a tough break for the 17 as well. He took a few turns up front, was running inside the top 5 for a majority of the day, and he loses out on a top 10 finish as well. But, man, two drivers came down second and third on that final lap when the white flag was waving. They're going to finish way back in the pack now. It's a tough break for them. Man, who would have thought it was going to end like that? Let's fast forward here. I want to look at our official results again, because I want to know what the points lead is going to look like here heading into next week. Charles Jackson, he finished in 19th place. Austin LaPlante, he did not finish well. He finished 34th place. And Ralph Mason, him finishing 8th, and Charles finishing in 19th. That's 11 points. He did not close up enough to be able to take over the points lead, did Ralph. I believe Ralph is going to be a total of, as I'm looking here, he's going to be a total of, I think, 12. Yes, 12 points back from Charles Jackson heading into next week at Daytona. So Ralph Mason may have actually moved himself up to second in the point standings, but how about the Audis again today? My goodness, Anthony McCurry second after a third place run last week. Ralph Mason after a 15th place run last week, he gets 8th today. And Noah Hart, after a win last week, he finishes in 11th place. How about Deanna Shelton, too? Great run for the 13. We didn't talk about her all day. She ended up starting on the pole in the Moblin Cup Series race, ran pretty well until she ended up getting the wall and losing valuable spots, but she finishes 13th today in the 13. And Madison Sieber, we didn't talk about the 33 at all today either. She's going to finish in 14th. Danny Wells, he bounced back to finish pretty well in 18th, and Michael Norman finished in the 20th position. So a few drivers actually capitalized on some late race spins and some late race contact to be able to get themselves pretty good finishes heading into next week and maybe keep themselves inside the top 10 in points. Question is, though, what will the points look like heading into next week's race at Daytona? We'll find out. Congratulations and goodbye to Jeffre Buckeye. His final start here today, and he becomes the first multiple-time winner this season, winning the Ratatouille 455. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. Here comes the official finishing results, overall point stands and rookie points, heading into our next race at Daytona, the place that started this season. We're heading there for our second stop of this season at that racetrack. We hope to see you there, and you've been watching production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. See you guys next week.